Hello everyone, it's Liam here, just jumping in front of this episode to explain the situation in case you missed the message at the start of our most recent episode. Ladybug Fly Away Home is going on a hiatus briefly, and that's because of this very exciting reason. Many of you will know the scenario Viral, that is, I believe, the most sold community-written scenario on the Miskatonic Repository, and the writers of that scenario are releasing their new scenario, Inversion, today, as of me releasing this episode. And we were very fortunate to have one of those writers, Alex, run the scenario for us. And so to celebrate the release of the scenario today, which you can purchase on DriveThruRPG, we are going to be releasing our first episode of that playthrough today. So here you are, enjoy the first episode of Inversion from the writers of Viral.
7:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 30 minutes before Inversion. The cool evening breeze is a welcome relief following a daytime high of 90. That's 32 degrees Celsius. Your hosts have done their best to make you comfortable, but between unfamiliar surroundings, the excitement of a live stream coming up, and the West Texas heat, you haven't really slept very well since you arrived. Few of you have had nightmares. You don't remember anything other than you were trapped someplace, maybe dark and cold, but you sort of shudder at the thought and push it away out of your minds. Or maybe that's just the breeze. Over the past 15 minutes or so, the other patrons have been gathering near the bunker, a repurposed shipping container that serves as a safe place to watch Debunker Bunker's more dangerous experiments. You're all patrons of a popular YouTube channel called Debunker Bunker, and they're well known for their for debunking internet videos, hoaxes, just weird stuff that you see all across the internet that shows up. That you go, come on, that can't be real. And you're currently at their testing site, at which they've called Area 52, a not so subtle jab to the Area 51. You all received the email that said,
Greetings, patrons! As you know, it has always been the goal of the Debunker Bunker to challenge and test all of the nonsense in the world today, from internet videos to conspiracy theories, and we're very proud of what we've done so far.
But something has recently fallen into our lap that promises to be our biggest one yet! It looks, on the face of it, quite astounding, and we're going to keep an open mind about it. About 2 months ago, an anonymous email directed us to something interesting on the dark web. After taking all the proper precautions, we followed a link that led us to a video that showed something extraordinary. There was also a link to a PDF with plans for a machine that seemed to do the impossible.
So naturally, we did what no one in their right mind would do. We decided to build it. And we want you to be here when we turn it on.
We have selected 10 names at random from our most dedicated and generous supporters, and you're one of them! We're going to pay to fly you out to Area 52, house you, and feed you so that you can be there when we switch it on during a special Patreon-only livestream.
It's going to be one hell of a ride, and we're hoping you can join us.
Did we mention it's all expenses paid? First class? Aw yeah! We're not messing about here.
No, this is not a fake, so please reply back for full details ASAP.
Today is the day. In fact, it's evening now, and the live stream is approaching. While you're all sort of milling about out there, why don't we go through your characters, and we'll start with, let's see, we'll start with Clarke.
Okay, mate. I'm Clarke. I'm born in Sydney, Australia. I'm a pretty easygoing guy. I enjoy a drink, watch the cricket, and just having fun. I work at tech support for an ISP back home, but I'm here. I'm so excited, keen to get into things. Oh boy, we're gonna see whether this is real or not. But yeah, that's me. Any questions?
We'll go to the other end of the spectrum here to Yves, and
Bonjour, je suis Yves Toussaint. La saison 6. Oh, I'm so sorry, I did not realize you do not speak French. I will change it to English for you. Hello, my name is Yves Toussaint. Okay? Do you understand? Perfect. So, I'm 56. I'm a fairly tall, slender man. I'm a professor at the University de Paris de Saclay, and he pulls out like a cigarette. He starts smoking. He's like, "Oh no, I can smoke in here. It's fine. You won't blow anything up." I'm been supporting the Debunker Bunker for quite a while, mostly because they seem to get it wrong most of the time, and they probably need my help. I was an advisor to CERN. You may have heard of it. The large Hadron Collider, maybe. They wanted me to lead that project, but I was far too busy, with my students and all of the, molding the next generation, That is what I do, and I'm here because I'm interested. I believe I've seen the papers that they refer to where they built it. So I just want to hope they built it properly. I'd probably go and check with our hosts and make sure that they built it properly. Because the last thing I want is for I want to be bright. It looks like they might not have done it properly. I want to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say you probably spent a lot of time talking to Anton, who is a Russian. Well, he was born in Russia, but he's been raised in the United States. He's a U.S. citizen, but he currently works for SpaceX, but he's worked on a number of NASA jobs as well. He's a literal rocket scientist and also a patron of Debunker Bunker. So he offered his services because not only does he speak fluent Russian, but he also has the background to help them sort of, build this machine and get it working.
Anton, did you remember to put in the particle accelerator on the left hand side of the machine there?
He you may or may not have noticed, but he's been pretending quite effectively to not understand you.
Anton, no, it's okay. Do you speak German? I can do German.
He turns and kind of waves a thanks and turns and he's talking to Ian, one of the hosts. Amelia.
I did not pass a Russian roll, so I'm not going to push it.
Amelia.
My name is Dr. Amelia Taylor, and I'm a psychologist, and I'm incredibly passionate about my job. I got my doctorate only a couple of years ago, so I'm very fresh, but I'm especially passionate about jealousy sociopathy, and I'm an expert in the field. I haven't worked for a little bit, but we don't need to get into that. I'm here because I just love watching them debunk these myths, and I'm so fascinated. And also, I probably need to pick for the ground before the time that I'm done.
Excellent. And finally, Billy Baker.
All right. Name's Will. People call me Billy, and I'm an electrician from. Well, my character sheet says London, but I'm going to go with Manchester. But I'm a tall electrician. I believe Australians call them sparkies. So I work with an Australian and started saying sparky, so it's caught on. I'm a huge fan of the Bunker Debunkers. So excited. It's going to be crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, and there's quite a large group of people sort of mingling around out here as Ian shows up to open the bunker itself, and he's all excited, clapping his hands like, all right, this is it. I hope you guys are as excited about this as the rest of us. Just remember to have fun no matter what happens, and as we like to say around here, success is fine, but failure is fun, and this machine is going to fail spectacularly. All right. And he opens the lock and opens the some doors that have been set into the back, clearly, added afterwards. And the inside of the bunker itself is has a large sort of window that runs along the whole front of the opposite side. Has a 2-inch thick polycarbonate, glass that can take a bullet strike without any problems. You can see through the window. There's a white tarpaulin covering the machine itself. He says, "Okay, guys, everything is set up like we discussed with the live feed on monitor 3," and he points to the monitor. He says the chat is on monitor 2, and on monitor 1 we have all the pre-recorded bits that we've been running before the stream. Just make yourselves at home and let us know if you need anything.
Can I please roll psychology to kind of guess and see what the other team members are like and if they're in any way useful or intelligent?
Yeah, sure. Give me a psychology roll.
Is there a fridge here? Oh, sorry. I'll go crack a beer.
So what did you guys roll?
That is a hard success.
Okay. You've seen these guys before, and the hosts are they just take safety seriously. They sometimes ride the edge of it, but they take it seriously, and they seem genuinely enthusiastic about all this. But Anton is really the one that you sort of get is sort of the one behind putting this machine together. They're leaning heavily on him, and you can kind of tell Anton. He looks a little bit stressed. He's double checking all the connections, all the wires. They want to do it in the evening, not only because they'll get a wider viewership around that time, but they're expecting at least some spectacular, at least some light effects that should make it more interesting to watch.
Okay, I stand to the back of the group because I'm a bit like, that might be interesting. So I want to walk to the back of the group, but then I also want to gauge some of the other guests and see whether or not they're, I don't know, especially the physician. I'm interested in him and to what extent he might be valuable.
Okay. So what do you want to know about the doctor?
I probably want to know if he's intelligent as he says he is.
Yeah, he's very intelligent. He's very intelligent, but he also knows it. Like he knows that he's intelligent. So yeah,
winning combo.
Perhaps some of the physiological theory, the theoretical physics that he's been spouting is like, oh yeah, it holds up. He knows his shit. But yeah. So I guess Yves is probably like watching Anton on this machine like studiously, like almost like a teacher watching a student, like making sure he doesn't fuck up. Because he's probably got the plans and he's looking at the plans. He's like, I hope you're doing it properly. I did not fly all its way to East Texas or West Texas, whatever kind of Texas it is, just to see someone fail. Failure is fun. Pah!
Yeah, he comes into the bunker and you talk to him like that, and he says it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. The kind of things they were talking about this machine doing. I mean, you would know it's impossible, right?
No,
it just can't be done. So, I mean, we're just putting on a light show, and at the end of the day, but it's.
It breaks all the laws of theoretical physics, so I'm not too concerned. It'll be fine.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 15 minutes before inversion. The stream goes live. You see the text appear on monitor 3. Area 52, debunker headquarters, 20 miles south of Marathon, Texas, August 1st, 2023. The screen fades and another block of text appears. It says,
"Warning. The following broadcast is for entertainment purposes only. Do not attempt any of this at home."
And the screen fades. And then, you can see on the screen, you see Jake and Ian appear. And you simultaneously see them outside the window with Peter behind one of the cameras sort of, pointed at them, and he counts them in, and they begin their broadcast.
2, 1.
Jake starts like, so we've talked about the dark web a number of times in previous episodes. Ian says, "Oh yeah, like the Spectral Crew episode we did back in 2019. Right, that was the one where supposedly some big ghost hunting YouTube channel that just disappeared and no one remembers it. And the video showed up on one of those weird conspiracy sites. I'm thinking like a Mandela effect thing here." Jake says, "Could be, yeah. So we've been warned a lot about people should avoid digging around in the dark web. With a little help from our friends over at the Web Wizards YouTube channel, we managed to navigate some of the more shady places to get what we needed. Anyway, we received a tip regarding an interesting video, supposedly from the height of the Cold War. Now, we've all heard stories about bizarre experiments performed by the KGB and CIA. Finally, they get to the video they're going to show. This is the video that they found, and none of you have seen it yet. Jake says, "Okay, sensitive viewers should be warned that although this is likely fake, some may find what follows very disturbing." Roll the clip. 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10 minutes before Inversion. The video clip begins to play. The first obvious thing is that it was probably made in the 70s, since it seems to be black and white film that has been transferred to video. The second thing is that based on the nearby signage and the language of the three men in the video, it was probably filmed in Russia. The men are wearing white lab coats that appear to be in some sort of open space, like a warehouse maybe. They're standing in front of a bizarre machine that stands about 8 to 10 feet tall, it looks like, with several large cables running to it. Above the main body of the machine is what looks like a collection of stacked metal discs separated by an inch or two of dark glass. An 8-foot metal ring surrounds the outside. It's with the grainy video, it's a little hard to make out details of all this, but there's some metallic spheres around the outside edge as well. And then, probably most disturbingly, there's something that looks like an old-time like barber chair, sitting right in front of it. A man seated in it, and you watch as some of the technicians, attach straps to his hands and put him in there, and they lower this metal, almost like a sphere over his head with the hole cut out in the bottom that sort of settles over his head. You hear Russian speaking, but you can't make out all the words. It's barely audible over this loud sort of vibrating hum. But someone has since added subtitles, but only a few here there. Like you see, Antarctic expedition recovered most of zinc copper alloy, organic components, the Inversion papers, window to another, isolated power source, unknown, who. They turn on. There's a much louder hum, and there's a bright sort of flash that causes the screen to sort of darken. Despite the static, the machine and men are still visible, and they excitedly shout back and forth with mixed expressions of surprise and fear. And they watch what appears to be this spherical shimmer in the air above the machine. The edges of the phenomenon become brighter. There's a darkness that forms in the center. Suddenly, the man attached to the machine appears to let out a blood-curdling shriek as his body convulses violently. His restrained arms break with audible snaps. And then, through the burst of static, you see one of the technicians scrambling to try and shut it off. As you hear the subject continue to howl and gurgle, and dark liquid run from his mouth. And then there's another burst of static and the video just ends.
The Fumbled Anthology presents Inversion, a Call of Cthulhu scenario written by Alex Guillotte and Baird, featuring Alex Green as Yves Toussaint.
This breaks all the known laws of physics. I do not believe what I am seeing. My eyes must be tricking me or something.
Emily Moxon as Dr. Amelia Taylor.
Well, I don't want to stay in this bunker any longer as necessary.
Jaln Roger as Clarke Blake.
Oh, mate, I'm tuned up, I'm just enjoying it. Just enjoy the ride, honestly. Have a beer, crack one open.
Liam Braid as Will Billy Baker. I'm telling you, bruv, the size of those cables, you could have powered New York with them. And the Keeper of Arcane Lore is Alex Guillotte himself.
But it's heavily scratched, and you can see that there's at least one metal shard embedded about an inch into the window.
Part 1. We are live.
And Ian says, look, we know it's probably a hoax, but we ended up downloading the instructions anyway because we're science adjacent. And just to be clear, no one is attaching themselves to our machine. Even if there's no weird sort of mind-ripping black orb of evil, there's enough juice running through this thing to jumpstart the Death Star, and we're not taking any chances with that.
I don't know. I reckon Frenchie might want to go.
You gum your tongue, you silly Englishman. You're the Spucky, you do it.
So at one point they mention the patrons and point to you guys in the booth and wave and say make sure you guys are all real nice to our patrons because they're the ones who are running the chat. So Anton comes in and says, all right, we're almost ready to start. And everyone we're gonna stay in here just to be safe. And he closes the door behind him, and you hear Ian on the video say, okay, so we should be good to go. Are we ready? And he goes, here we go. And they pull off the tarpaulin, and you see this machine, which is, it doesn't really look like the one that you saw in the Russian video. It looks more like these four strange armatures that are attached to the top. You're those of you with any kind of science knowledge are trying to figure this out. But even you, Billy, know that that the size of those power cables running to it, this thing's going to take a lot of juice. Finally, they gives a thumbs up, and Anton gives a thumbs up from inside, and they throw the switch.
Dr. Taylor shuffles closer to Billy.
Yeah, I want to try and saddle up beside Clarke because I've noticed he's been the most casual of the group since he's Australian.
I'm having a beer.
Clarke's just
like
during all that preamble, I saddle up beside Clarke. I'm like, hey,
yeah, g'day,
Clarke.
What's up?
Full disclosure, bruv. I've got no idea what's going on here.
Oh, mate, I'm tuned up, I'm just enjoying it. Just enjoy the ride, honestly. Have a beer, crack one open. What's the worst that could happen?
At that moment, the lights dim in the bunker as the power kicks on, and you hear behind you the kind of like this kind of build of power as it starts doing its thing. After about 30 seconds, you see the mirrors. There's sort of these mirrors along the near the middle begin to sort of rotate and move around the machine. They quickly blur into motion. About 30 seconds after that, you notice the lasers attached to those armatures begin pointing and directing themselves toward sort of a central point. And everyone looks nervous, but everything seems fine. And until a golf ball-sized area of blackness with a blue halo of plasma sort of opens up and sort of forms near the contact point. And you can feel the air in this place begin to almost shudder. You can feel a vibration even through the walls of the bunker itself. Everyone outside seems shocked, and Anton looks interested as he's staring at it, and he's checking numbers on on one of the consoles, and he begins, sort of, looking at, making some adjustments to the power level, that sort of thing. And the hole in the center begins to increase in the air as the motorized arms begin to sort of pull back, and they begin to sort of, almost like they're pulling at the edges of this void. And you hear maybe it was Anton whispering, "That's impossible." And Yves, as you're looking at it, you're thinking kind of the same thing. Your first thought isn't even that it's impossible. It's that this has got to be a hoax. They're pranking us, because you're thinking maybe they put some kind of maybe they splurged to get like a massive screen that they put on this window that they're actually they're putting some special effects through. It's some kind of VR thing. You don't know, but what you're seeing out there can't be real. It's not possible. Anyone with any physics background is thinking the same thing, that can't be doing what it's doing. Finally, you hear Jake outside shouting, and you only just realize that the sound that this thing is putting out must be deafening out there, because you guys are hearing it in here pretty loud, and out there, Jake is just screaming, and you can read his lips yelling, "Shut it down! Hit the breaker! Everybody take cover!" And you see someone diving out of the way as this thing gets brighter.
But Frenchie, this is all just fake here, bruv.
Mon Dieu. Yes, it must be. This is not physically possible. This is probably some sort of trick. They've pranked us.
It's just that's what this YouTube channel's all about, yeah. It's just fake stuff, isn't it?
Debunking stuff, yeah,
Full disclosure, I think I signed up for this thing when I was drunk after a pub a year ago. I've got no idea what the fuck's going on.
Well, you are fucking useless then, aren't you? This is not possible.
Well, I just thought it would be a good story for the lads back when I get home. What the fuck is this shit?
This breaks all the known laws of physics. I do not believe what I'm seeing. My eyes must be tricking me or something.
And as you say that, Anton lets out a yell and shouts, "Get down!" And you see him dive for the floor.
Don't have to tell me twice.
All right, so you guys all begin to throw yourselves down. You see a few others kind of shield themselves. You notice a couple idiots who have their cell phones out with the video, holding it up with their as if they're videotaping, videoing whatever's going on. And you glance up and in the bright flash that follows, maybe your eyes are playing tricks on you, but it looks like they just vaporize from the light coming through the window. You just watch and you hear boom, 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 as bits fall to the floor. And yeah, that's what it looked like to you as you hit the floor. It's hard to tell. It's chaos right now. It's loud. There's that bright, brilliant light that came through the window. You're on the floor with the others, and you get this strong sense of vertigo. It feels like the room tilts, like it's been thrown. And you hear some crashing, and you hear several people screaming, and everything goes dark and silent.
Crikey, is everyone okay?
They're really putting a lot of work into getting this algorithm working, aren't they?
I can't see. Is anyone there?
Everything is dark at the moment. You all have the sense of a hard surface pressing down on you, or maybe it's beneath you. And it takes time for your brain to sort of register that you're laying down on the floor. Your head is spinning, and your first physical sensation is pain everywhere.
That's my casual Sunday morning.
Yeah, exactly. But there's not a sense of like a bruise or a single injury. It's just, it's more like all over. You just feel like everything just hurts. And You reach out with your hand and try to get a sense of where you are. Have you had an accident? And it actually takes a second for you to realize, what was going on and what happened. And there's a dull sort of ringing in your ears. You hear someone taking a deep breath, and some kind of buzzing alarm. But the computer equipment is all over the floor. There's a kind of acrid smoke that sort of burns your throat and lungs. And you manage to open your eyes, and through this, through stinging tears, you can see that you're still in the bunker. You see the corrugated metal walls, the dim light coming from the window, from somewhere off to your left, and you're covered with wires. And finally, you're conscious, and you're able to sort of sit up and take stock. The floor is tilted. You're at about a maybe 20-degree incline or something like that. It's almost as if the bunker had been pushed, and it's now sitting at a strange angle. But you can still see some daylight out, or some. It's not daylight anymore. It's more evening light. But that's you're just getting a little bit of dusk coming in through the window. Yeah. So what do you do?
Out of reflexive habit, I reckon I look for my bag. I reckon, when you're kind of disoriented and you just go for like the thing that you would normally do. So I think as I come to, I'm sort of groping around for my bag. I'm like, is it still dark?
There's actually an emergency light somewhere in here. There's up in the corner. There's a battery light, but it's pretty dim, and there's also some smoke in here. Not enough to choke you, but definitely definitely a little hazy. But you see a few other people moving. But there's not enough people in here right now.
Clarke, bruv, you alright, man?
Yeah, I took a hit to the head.
What the fuck is going on, man?
I don't know.
I thought this was just going to be some Mr. Beast type shit.
So did I, to be honest.
By the way, you have a shirt on you, Will. Someone just threw a shirt on you. Last thing you remember is Anton was like pulling you to the ground.
What type of shirt is it?
It looks like the shirt Anton was wearing.
Oh, Anton, where are you going?
You don't see him.
He's taking his fucking shirt off.
In fact, you only see 3 others besides you, and there were at least a dozen people in here when this all started.
Roll call, Frenchie.
Oh, my head, mon Dieu. Oh, that was very rough. Oh, is everyone okay? Oh my gosh. Oh.
I don't understand what happened.
Oh, Amelia, you're still here. Great. I want to take her on a date.
Maybe let's work out how to survive first. Let's start there.
Oh, my head. Oh, you're at Australian man. Clarke, you there?
Yeah. How are you?
Oh,
Toussaint?
oh mon Dieu.
Yeah, come on.
I feel like
Give me a
merde.
hand up.
Oh, yeah, okay. Anton, you there?
I don't know, but I've got his shirt, bruv.
What?
Yeah, in fact, you actually see a lot of clothes around. There's just piles of clothes on the floor, and there's socks, there's shoes, there's all kinds of discarded clothing, but they're all just kind of laying around.
Did I end up finding my bag? Important question.
Yeah, you did. Yes, Amelia, you did find your bag, and there's also some of the other bags in there, like you each received a backpack full of debunker merch when you arrived, which included a whole bunch of cool, they had shirts and stickers and all this other stuff. And they had this really cool device called a Translate, which was this little sort of translation device. They thought that'd be fun to include because they were literally inviting people from around the world to use. And you guys have been sort of playing with them, and they actually work pretty good. They can record languages and then translate them for you either through text or it has a voice that'll read it out for you, that sort of thing. But anyway, so you still have the bags of merch. There are 2 large cabinets at the back that are fortunately must have been attached to the wall because they should have fallen on you, but they didn't. They're still stuck there. Although one of the doors is open and there's some boxes that have sort of spilled out onto the floor around you. The place in here is a mess. It's just chaos.
I just want to look out the window, right, and be like, what's the damage outside?
Well, you can see the asphalt surface of the abandoned runway of Area 52. You don't see any sign of Ian or Jake or anyone else. The area around this is surrounded by scrub trees, stunted grass, and a number of demolished vehicles. The only sign of the machine, though, is a pile of unidentifiable debris, sort of radiating out from a black scorch mark in the center of the tarmac. There's an expensive-looking video camera on a tripod that lies broken nearby. And almost out of sight, as far as you can crane your head against the window, you can make out a red stain sort of fanning out from the epicenter of what must have been some sort of explosion. Like I said, this is 2-inch thick polycarbonate, basically bulletproof glass. It's extremely sturdy stuff. But it's heavily scratched, and you can see that there's at least one metal shard embedded about an inch into the window.
Since Anton was holding on to me, can I do intelligence or something to see if I can remember what physically happened to me? Did he push me and run away, or did he vaporize? Can I do some sort of roll to see if I can remember what actually physically happened to him?
Let's do an intelligence roll just to see if you remember.
I got a 7, extreme success. Did he run away? Okay. Is this all a prank?
You're honestly not sure. You think you might have blacked out for a time, so it's possible that so you definitely remember him pushing you to the ground. When he yelled "get down," you were the closest person to him. He grabbed you and sort of dropped with you, and the next thing you know, you were waking up. But it's possible that there's some missing time in there. It's possible
but I don't remember him letting go and starting to run away.
No.
Okay.
No. You definitely have no memory of that.
Okay.
But it doesn't mean it didn't happen. It just means you might have been unconscious for it.
What would Dr. Amelia like to do?
So I grab the torch that's in my bag. Yep. Okay. So I've got a little mini torch in there. I say, all right, we need to make sure that there's no one else in here who might be hurt. You guys need to help me.
Well, we did. I think it's just the 4 of us.
Why do you mean it's just the 4 of us? There were more than 12 people in here. What the hell happened to them?
I only say us. Was I looking at the anomaly or something?
It's just a light show, ain't it?
No, that was no light show. No, you do not understand, young Sparky boy. No. That was...
I knew I should have... A mysterious email about a first-class flight for an experiment. I knew I should have signed up for this shit.
No. I don't think the new eyes are. I think this was something unnatural, something that no one would have expected. This is bad.
Should we have done sanity rolls by now?
I think so.
Not yet.
Well,
Not yet?
I got a 20.
Okay.
I got a 25, so I'm feeling very sane. I'm going to go and...
Well,
I'm going to go
again. It's because it's still plausible. You guys just momentarily lost consciousness.
Yeah, it's some sort of weird trick. I'm going to look at the camera and see what if there's anything that you pick up that we did not, and I'll head over to the camera. and start.
Which camera?
The one that was watching the experiment, watching the machine.
Oh, that one's outside the bunker.
Oh, okay. Didn't you say? Didn't you say there was a camera inside the bunker?
Well, no, there were some people using their phones.
Oh, are the phones still there?
Yeah. There's actually a bunch of cell phones. In fact, near some of the clothes.
I'll probably just try and open the bunker door and get some fresh air.
Oh, hang on. No. Could be radiated as fuck out there.
I ain't thinking about that.
He's not thinking about it.
You're not thinking about it, no.
And that's the kind of thing, that Billy would say. But Yves, there's no way there can be radiation. It was, as far as you could tell, there was no radioactive material. It was mostly electricity. Lasers to him produce that kind of radio.
Don't be paranoid. There's no radiation here. It's not possible. Not possible.
Did anyone have their phone? Did anyone record this shit?
Clarke probably did, to be honest. So I'll see if my phone's not broken. But
I believe the doctor wanted to say something.
Well, I don't want to stay in this bunker any longer as necessary. I'm feeling distinctly uncomfortable.
I think we should probably call for help.
Yeah, it's pretty warm in here right now, and also, although it's not choking you, that sort of acrid smell of burnt plastic and ozone isn't pleasant.
So what's the story with the live stream and the comments? What happened with that? Was there like a screen showing them?
Right now, all the computers are dead.
All the computers are dead.
In fact, as far as you can tell, there's no power to the bunker at all.
And our phones and that don't work, and
no, the phones seem to work.
Oh, the phones work.
They have power, I should say.
Okay.
You already knew that you weren't getting any kind of signal inside the bunker anyway. It's basically a Faraday cage, so you weren't going to get any kind of signal from in here. But
do you know what a Faraday cage is, Sparky? Do you know what that is?
Is that where we put the French when they surrender?
Oh, you're very silly Frenchman. Silly English boy. You know nothing. You know nothing about the world. You would just put wires on wires. You are like a trained monkey or something.
What I do know is those cables that were powering the machine could have powered a power plant, not a tiny machine.
Power plants, power things. They do not be powered. Are you an idiot or something?
I'm telling you.
Oh,
I'm telling you, bruv. The size of those cables, you could have powered New York with them.
No, that's more like it. Okay. The little child is learning something. Fantastic. Okay, now, I think if we can get some phones to work, maybe we can find out what sort of trick they played on us. We should probably leave. You are probably ingesting about 1 million carcinogens every time you breathe in here, so we should probably get out. But we should try and call for help if we can. I think the authorities need to know about this.
I agree.
Alright, I think everyone wants to leave then.
Alright, so the door you came into the back appears to be bent.
Wait, hang on. Stop. Did we check anyone's phones for recording it?
I'm picking up phones as I'm leaving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, a couple of them are still on, in fact.
Ooh. I'll definitely pick up those. Yep, picking up those.
Yeah, so what you see is... the ones that were recording were obviously pointed out the window, and they saw essentially what you saw, which was the sort of the sort of black orb sort of forming, the sort of plasma around it, and then there was a bright flash which sort of overwhelmed the sensors of the phone, and then you saw kind of a blur as it sort of just fell to the phone sort of just fell to the floor. And then you have about, maybe a couple of minutes of, a dimly lit shipping container ceiling being recorded.
And then us arguing in the background.
Yeah, and you hear the voices of you guys fighting in the background.
Okay, great.
Shut up, Frenchie.
But what that does tell you though is that there was almost there wasn't any real loss of time as far as you can tell. At least as far as the phones were concerned.
It went black and then we
flash,
immediately woke up.
Right. Yeah. Now you can make a sanity check.
Yeah. I'm telling you guys. I think I signed up for the Debunker Bunker when I was drunk about a year ago. I thought it was just going to be a cool story for the lads back at the pub.
I thought it was the Drunker Bunker.
It's still going to be a cool story, mate. Don't you worry. It's
Anyway,
get a move on.
Oh, a 3. This is all a prank still. It's all a prank.
Yeah, you're still convincing yourself that it was a prank.
These lads are just trying to beat Mr. Beast and doing weird experiment shit for videos, and escape the bunker and win $1 million, that type of shit.
So, quick question: do you want to roll under it?
Yeah.
You want to roll under it, right?
Under, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
I succeeded. 68.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Succeeded by 2.
All right.
Yves, watching the phone footage, he is not seeing any sort of screens. He's not seeing any sort of trickery. He's rolled a 70 on his 50, so he's looked at this guy and this is possibly
So you're gonna take 1 for now, because it's possible the phone is part of the prank, right? Although it's
it looks
becoming
like
less
a normal
so.
phone. Yeah,
It's probably a
very real.
It's probably a planted phone, bruv.
No, this looks very real.
It's all fake. It's all fake. It's all for YouTube. It's all for the algorithm.
Do not tell me what things are fake and what things are not fake.
How's your sanity roll?
Okay.
It is pass.
Passed.
You passed. Okay. So anyone who passed, you didn't take any, and if you failed, you took 1.
Yeah, it's all show
So,
business.
yeah, the original, the back door you came in is bent slightly, because it looks like the shipping container, took some damage when whatever happened. But you have the sort of big doors at the end, which can still open.
You said the floor was tilted like 20 degrees.
Yeah, you're at about 20 degrees. Yeah.
Was the bunker near a rock or anything that it could be lying against?
I mean, there was some hills nearby. Give me an intelligence roll.
Hard. Oh, that's 1 away from a hard success. Is it worth spending a luck?
No. Yeah, I mean, there was some hills nearby, but you also know there was some other debris around, there was some old pickup trucks and stuff like that. You could be resting on something like that. You're not really sure, but
we don't remember.
You could be resting on something like that.
We don't remember
or
feeling a force of being blown or knocked away, do we?
You had the strong feeling of vertigo, and of course you feel sort of, like I said, you feel kind of banged up, but not really. It happened very quickly, and in fact, as you're thinking about it, that phone didn't really show any sign of that sort of movement either, because it was holding. There was the flash, and then it just sort of dropped. There wasn't any kind of. You didn't see any kind of.
All right, Frenchie. If you think there's no radiation out there, bruv, you go out there first, eh?
Yeah, of course. Also, my name is Yves, you silly goat.
What's that, Wives? Your name's Wives?
You don't have ears. I said Yves. Yves.
I'm just messing with you, bruv. I'm just messing with you.
You
bruv.
fucking idiot. Okay, let's go. And yeah, I'm gonna walk outside.
All right. So you managed to push the door at the end of the bunker open, and as you sort of peer out, it takes a moment for your eyes to sort of grasp what you're seeing. You see what looks like the inside of a warehouse. There are several old-fashioned looking wooden crates stacked on the wall to the right. On the far side of the warehouse, you can see a pair of what look like steel sort of double doors.
Was this here before? Had we seen this?
No. You were outside. You were out in the middle. You basically out in the middle of an abandoned airstrip.
What? How the fuck did we get in here? Hello everyone, I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of Inversion. If you are new to our podcast, we release new episodes every Sunday, but because of the special release date of this particular scenario being a Thursday, to give me extra time to actually finish editing episode 2, episode 2 will not be this Sunday as of releasing this episode, it will be the following Sunday, so Sunday, March 10th. Episode 2 will be Sunday, March 10th. See you then.